What's going on, everybody? I hope everyone's having a fantastic evening, a fantastic afternoon, fantastic pre-noon, no matter where you are in the world. I'm Hassan Piker, and this is Hasanabi broadcast coming to you live from sunny California, Los Angeles, folks. We are live and alive. And I hope all the boys, I hope all the girls, and I hope all the MBs are having a fucking fantastic one, because today's a very special day, very beautiful day. It's 85 degrees and sunny here in California, Los Angeles. It's a Thursday, folks. It's Thursday, 1:25:36 p.m., August 25th, 2022. And I'm, of course, late and later than I thought I was going to be, mostly because of Ethan motherfucking Klein. That's right. I had to do leftovers, which I love doing, obviously, and I'm very fond of. However, you know, sometimes I just get stuck and can't get unstuck when we're in the groove, when we're just spitting hot takes. Leftovers chat was especially horny today. What the fuck? What is this? Anyway, listen. Hi, Dad. I'm in Ohio. Help. Yeah, I don't know how to do that. Listen, this is part of the broadcast where I tell you a little bit about my personal news and what's going on in my life. And, you know, usually that on Thursdays means I'm going to tell you exactly why I'm fucking late. You know what I'm saying? And the reason for that is because I was shooting leftovers last night. I ended the broadcast, and you know, after playing a little bit of fucking Valorant, I went to play some basketball. And unfortunately, even though we were cooking fools up and down the court, it was stopped abruptly. It was stopped abruptly as a consequence of some interlocutors coming into the court. Oh, that's fucking wonderful. Anyway, hold on. But you know, I still got a little bit of workout in. Went to sleep early, woke up early, and shot the leftovers episode earlier this morning until literally like 12:40. We love you. No one cares. Let's get to the news. Let's go. Let's get to the news. 12-month subscriber. Thinking you have ownership over my life. I like to do this the way I like to do it. Suck me. Okay? There's 9,000 people in here. I like to let the audience come in. Let it matriculate. Okay? You have to understand that there is a process to this. If I just blast right into the fucking news without blasting off, without doing all this shit, while there's only 9,000 people in here, the remaining day, when 40,000 people in here come in, they're going to say, hey, have you covered this story? Have you covered this story? Have you covered this story? Hurry up. Have you covered this story? Did you get to this story? Do you know how many fucking people? Do you know how many fucking people would come in here if I started covering the news like right off the top? We haven't even brought in the fucking normies in here. They do it already. But the reason why it's not like incredibly fucking annoying for you is because I don't do it that much. I wait until I take people in. Okay? Get to the part of the broadcast where it tells you about your personal life. Well, there's not really much going on in my personal life anyway. I did talk to both Aiden Ross and Gideon last night, which is interesting. Both prominent members of the W community. I literally was, they both FaceTimed me randomly. Aiden FaceTimed me randomly to ask me about what the difference between liberals and conservatives are. And then Gideon FaceTimed me to ask me about like an Ethan Klein take, apparently, but with the Andrew Tate ban, I feel like a lot of these Zoomer adjacent content creators that otherwise do like funny stuff are, you know, throwing their hat in the ring on politics on the political side. Lamau, I hope you told him there's no difference. I did. Gideon is a racist apologist. Why associate with them? Because I'm not you. Okay? Because I see value in, like, talking to people who are going to talk to either me or they're going to talk to other people who will then talk to Nazis. So which one would you rather do? Do you want to to try and push? Do you want to fucking try and push back against, like, alt-right and all these other fucking weirdos that will welcome people like Gideon with open arms because they see it as like a great opportunity to impact the much larger audience that they normally otherwise would never be able to impact or talk to? Should we do that? Should we do that? Shut the fuck up! Anyway, shut the fuck up. You're just a dumb dummy, okay? I'm not actually heated. Do you regret eating the pizza? No, because I was able to, like, monitor how much I had. I didn't have a lot. But yeah, this is a fat day today. Mark Zuckerberg went on JRE. Trump affidavits. Released. Hogwatch. Debt relief edition. And more. Get in now. Content bonanza. Here, let's juice this real quick. Let's get right into it, okay? After we juice this, I will fucking get into the news, okay? Here it is. Yeah. Mark Zuckerberg is on JRE. Tucker Carlson had some fucking choice words for student loan debt relief too. Listen, I'm telling you right now. These guys are, it's great. This is good. It's a popular policy, and I can't wait for Republicans to try to, like, hit it with the negative association ray gun and try to, like, turn this on how it's actually helping illegal immigrants or something. So Crowder tried that. Hey Hassan, what's your take on Diet Dr. Pepper? Is it the sweet one? I don't drink Dr. Pepper. So Republicans having the most base takes on student loan relief. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Don't worry. We're gonna fucking do that. Base Biden on a W spree. Why? Exclusive. CBS News has learned that the Biden administration is moving to make DACA a federal regulation to shield it from legal challenges. Nice. Almost the Northman. Thank you for the 10 gifted subs. All right, juice it, boys. Juice it, juice it, juice it. Here, we'll get into the fucking news because you guys are aching, okay? You're aching. It's fucking Thursday. You want it. You want it bad. You haven't gotten it since fucking 11, which you normally do get it at. So let's quickly move on. Here it is. Mark Zuckerberg on JRE. Trump's affidavits released. Hogwatch debt relief edition and more. Get in now. Content bonanza. Just want to start with this one, though. The Macias, thank you for the fat playlist. Goddamn. Goddamn. Hey, I'm a YouTube frog and I was going to ask yesterday, but I had to wait and talk in chat because I'm new to Twitch, but it seems like people's reasoning against the student loan cancellation is they don't want to pay for someone else's debt. How would I respond to someone who thinks that way? They're not. They're not doing that. It's debt already held by the government, so they're not doing that. You're not paying for anything. It's debt. Paid for already. Okay. Representative Jim Banks. Wait, is this guy joking? Oh my God. Little meme while we wait for the numbers? No. We got this lovely bit of news today that I hope you can cover. Some of our viewers in these states. Abortion is now illegal in Idaho and Tennessee. Texas' trigger ban also takes effect today. Abortion was already illegal there, but now the penalties are stricter. Thank God. Thank God. Anyway, why'd you say XQC raid incoming? Why the fuck would XQC ever raid me, let alone raid anyone? Did you see Don Jr.'s IG post? Yes, I did. It's disgusting. And it's like perfect for fucking the Republican Party. This has 300,000 likes, by the way. We're going to get to it. Let's just fucking get to it. First of all, oh, God damn it. I can't believe you caught me. I can't believe you caught me. Trainwrecks raid? Now, I know that's not happening, motherfucker. Okay? Anyway, listen. Political graph showing a third borrows owe less than 1K or 10K, so they will have their debt erased completely. We are going to talk about student loan debt today, okay? I low-key hate this photo because it shows my fucking weird, like, adult forehead lines, which is not a thing that I used to care about, but I do now. Let me address something really quickly. Apparently, H3H3 Leftovers chat is very horny. Okay? And I'll just say it like this. Do you rate other creators? Yes, every night. Once I'm done. And yes, they are smaller content creators. Yes. And then when they're no longer small, I raid smaller content creators. I used to raid Will every night. Now he doesn't need it. He stands alone on his own. He's an institution on his own. So now I raid Nessaway every night. Sometimes Frogan. Anyway, Hassan, not the shirt off. Read them. What the fuck? Hassan looking like Jesus today. Is your top also itchy, Hassan? Hassan looks so pretty today. Hassan, when will us non-college blue-collar people get our free money? This is making work so much easier to get through. Weed chat. Hassan looking daddy as fuck. Even more in that hat. Homie was carved by angels. Chat thirsty today. Hassan looking very hot. Respectfully. Daddy as fuck. We need emotes of both Hassan and Ethan wearing those hats. 50% of debt should be forgiven. They bought the hats, I think. Hassan looking like baby. Hot, hot, hot. All I'm going to say is this. I love it. Okay. H3H3 has a much more female-focused community. His community is much more, there are many more women in his chat, in his audience. And I personally love it. Okay. Keep it coming, you know? No lies detected. Yeah, they are also women are weirdly enough, at least in my experience, women when they're thirsty do it still in a much more respectable way. When my male chat gets thirsty, they say stuff like, "I want to shove my dick inside of you, please. Please let me suck your cock." When women get thirsty, they're like, "Oh my God, Hassan is looking very hot, respectfully, daddy as fuck." What is wrong with you? If you're going to be thirsty, do it respectfully like this. Okay? Bro! Let me fucking suck your cock, bro! That's how you... Bro, one look at your tweet replies bruises is false. It's like... You don't see any of them saying that shit. You don't have to get fucking specific with it, you fucking weirdos. You could just be like, "Oh, wow, Hassan looks really hot today." That's fine. Okay? You can say that and keep it at that. You know what I mean? What the fuck is this? Don't take my rights away. I'll come. Right wing, conservative. How did you make this already? What the fuck? The arts department. My wife says she wanted to be Eiffel Tower by you and Sean Evans. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. The only thing I'll Eiffel Tower with Sean Evans is chicken wings, okay? I'll do it like, Lady and the Tramp or whatever, where I'll put a fucking spicy ass chicken wing in between us, and then we like meet in the middle. as we eat it to completion. You know what I mean? Anyway, could you out spicy wing Philly D? He went ham on hot ones. I mean, I love spicy wings, so probably. If we were less horny, would never get the frying chicken pea coat. Yeah, that's true. Anyway, I guess we can start out with the debt, with the student loan debt relief, and get into it. PPP loan exposed. Yeah, 9/11/8/21. Hassan Piker Twitch streamer. Industry house haver. Yes. My entire industry. My entire industry is house having. Since you're experimenting still with your hair, how about shaving only half for once? Maybe it would be cool. Yeah, how about no? Is this you? You know what's funny about this? Okay, keep juicing this tweet, by the way. You fucking tweet stuff like that, but some dumbasses are going to take it and think it's real. Hassan, for your ego. H3 chat after Hassan says he wants kids. I'm also a baby. Baby San. Heroin for Hassan. Hassan is so hot, but his takes are so weird. Ladies, call in. It's the ADHD. I volunteer. I volunteer. Hassan, we have a literal child. I volunteer. Hassan's just a baby. I'm here. Hank the dad. Hassan, please give me a chance. Choose me. Pick me. I'm very fertile and ready. It's good that women can have a safe space where they can just be horny, okay, in the chat without it being weird. I respect it. Hi, Hassan. I'm open. Breed me, Hassan. Our children would be pretty and my mom was one of 16. Let's go. Okay, we're not doing it. Okay. There are ladies in there writing that with their whole ass government name, dude. That's the craziest part about it. Coming for the dumpy next. Still at the gym working on that ass. This is my way of indicating the weight is too damn low. Quirked. This is how I fuck Seer's mom, so. Why ratio is extremely offensive and problematic, a thread? This is good. This is funny. But why not DM one? What, you think I'm gonna randomly DM people off of YouTube? What are you, insane? Tate is a low tier, not a top G. Tate is low tier, not top G. What does that mean? I thought this dude was top G, not lowest tier. I think he was like a baby back then, bro. This is 2009. My econ teacher kept saying that the student debt relief is going to increase inflation. Please help me shut him up. He also taught me to imagine telling a veteran with no legs he went to the military for free college about it. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. How do people say this sort of stuff and not immediately recognize how fucking insanely gruesome it is that, like, in order to have access to, like, amenities that every other social democracy offers, you have to have your legs blown off? That's the argument itself. It's like, well, okay, great. You made the incredible point here. Okay? You made an incredible point here, sir, teacher. You're right. I agree with you. And I think that's wrong. You see what I'm saying? Tate and Tucker Carlson have a crossover event today, too, so that's going to be crazy to watch. The bill is debt relief over 10 years. Inflation isn't going to happen because of this. Oh, yeah, that too, but... Zach Fox bullying JID? Wait, really?
First of all, nigga, when you stop answering my calls, where is the album at, nigga? Quit playing with me. I'm done waiting. And you know I'll wait on a lot of niggas, man. I'll wait on Frank Ocean. I'll wait. But nigga, he is the gay prince of R&B. You short bitch, you drop the album right now. It's up for you, bro. When I see you, I'm snatching that headband off. I know that motherfucker stink, nigga. This tough love, bro. Put the album out and quit playing, nigga. I remember you, bro. We from Atlanta, nigga. I remember when you was buying me and you ain't even have dreads yet, nigga. You look like the famous Jet Jackson. Quit playing with me, nigga. Who you think you is, bro? Drop the album. Come on, bro. I get it. I get it. You look like you got some hee-hee in your DNA. You look like Michael Jackson had a secret baby with a Spelman bitch, but you not the king of pop. Okay? You can't make niggas wait. I'm sorry. And your whole album better be toxic. Fuck shit. I'm sorry, bro. I get it. Kendrick, you Atlanta Kendrick, nah, fuck all that, bro. Fuck all that. We went to APS, Atlanta Public School. APS, nigga, what that stand for? A, he probably stupid, nigga. Drop the album, and it better be toxic, nigga. Every song better be drugs, hoes, and not drinking water, okay? All right. Love you. Bye.
You look like you have a Popeye arm with that angle you're at. I do have a Popeye arm. The Sailor Man. I hate when rappers are stingy with their albums. Yeah. I mean, he's great. They're both great. Wait, is this a joke? Left, communist, right, free market. Bicycles are inherently more right-wing, individualist than cars. Is this person like trying to make an argument for it? No state licensing, no requirement for very heavy state infrastructure, no congestion, no reliance on anyone else, and infinitesimally less likely to kill someone. Oh no, this guy's actually broken. I love that. I love that. Wait, what? If you're going to try to bang while you're streaming, make sure there's no reflection. Wait, what? Bro, I can't look at that. Are you fucking insane, dude? Bro, did you just link porn? Like, thank God I fucking clapped it before. Man, what the fuck is wrong with 19-month subscribers, bro? I swear to God. I didn't even understand what the fuck that was. Like, I was just like, 19-month chatter, dude. He's like, hey, bro, I know I've been giving you $5 for 19 months, but you want to cash this ban right now? Yo, I swear to God, dude, I'm going to take away link privileges from everybody eventually. You know what I mean? At this rate, like, I'm just going to take it away unless you're like a chosen, a chosen chatter or something. I feel like the past year is you just start winging it. Like, the biggest problem with a 19-month subscriber is that, like, they know the fucking rules, right? They know the rules, but they do it anyway because they have coon brain. Like, he is so cataclysmically, catatonically horny, okay? That he's like, oh, dude, porn, I got to share it with my favorite streamer. I'm not even going to think about the repercussions that it might have on the community and the stream itself. You're just so broken, dude, in the brain. You're like, oh, dude, fuck. Hassan is that teacher that takes away pizza party because a couple kids in the back of the class, they used to be A students fucking up. Anyway, it's crazy that my country, Algeria, a third world country, I have free shelter, food, transport, and education while you motherfuckers over in America are still paying for y'all education. Bro, why you gotta flex, dude? We got the Algerians. We got the Algerians flexing on us, dude. It's like that joke about Pornhub having a share button. Chat, Algerians are flexing on us. And they were a fucking colony, dude. That's crazy. Good on them, though. Yes, this porn is right up my best friend Hassan. My close and personal best friend Hasanabi Piker. It's right up his alley. He will love this porn. He will certainly appreciate it. Anyway, this bike thing is really funny. Okay. Even in Brazil, we are a shithole, but we have free healthcare and free college, the best ones, to be honest. Okay. We got Hogwatch. People cry, my body, my choice. Well, I say your student loans, your payments. I love that. Says a high school dropout. Is that all you guys have? You guys are full of assumptions. It's hilarious. If you assume I'm a high school dropout, then prove it. No need. First, you're the one assuming with the you guys. Which you are you dumping me into? By the way, did you just like your own tweet? High school dropout, middle school drama queen. God damn, this guy's just like ruthless to this fucking dude. That's what happens. Doesn't matter if your account has like 1,000 followers. If you go viral on Twitter, somebody's coming after you. They're going to dox your fucking family. You know what I mean? They're going to start saying like, you're a high school dropout. Pro wrestler call out over Biden's debt relief. This was fucking awesome and the crowd cheered. All right, let's start off with some positive, yeah.
You little jerks get no respect. We wipe you out like Biden did student debt. Your whole life, other talent meeting. You little jerks get no respect. We wipe you out like Biden did student debt.
Dude, this is going to be so good. I mean, this is a moment to cherish, a moment of celebration before things like obviously get worse and worse. But you just can't, like, there's no way to counter that. Like, I said it last night. I said it last night on the Aiden Ross stream as well, where he's like, what's the difference between conservatives and liberals? He's like, why would you vote for Biden? I was like, listen, I think Brandon is fucking awful, okay? I think he's awful. So is Donald Trump, obviously. But, like, you know Donald Trump's ass wasn't canceling 20 grand of fucking student loan debt. Boom. Roasted. Done. Roasted and toasted. Okay? It's true. Go ahead. Tell me I'm wrong. Go ahead. Lie about it. You know out there somewhere, motherfucking motherfucking Donald Trump is just sitting around really upset. Really so incredibly bent that he wasn't the first to get to it, you know? The only difference, wait, what? The only difference between conservatives and liberals is that they are on the opposite ends of the political spectrum? No, they're not. They're not on the opposite ends of the political spectrum. They're literally smack dab in the middle right to far right. But every now and then, you get a fucking, you know, you catch a good one. You catch a good one. Like with Joseph Jebediah Brandon, you know what I mean? He's fucking doing it. He's doing the communism. He said, yes, Holy Father, this debt jubilee will crush the Protestant work ethic. Yes, Holy Father, we will crush the Protestant work ethic. The Hibernian conspiracy is live and alive. At the top of the hour, too. Where there's a 60-second ad break. Yes, Heavenly Father. We will do it. BBC, I'm Irish. All right, I got to do it for him for the one time. Yes, Heavenly Father. Yes, Holy Father. This debt jubilee will crush the Protestant work ethic. But the additional $10,000 that they have, they can use on the top of the hour ad break to no longer see the ads at the top of the hour every hour. Or they can subscribe for $5 or for free with a Twitch Prime. By connecting their Amazon Prime accounts to their Twitch accounts, you get one free Prime subscription a month. You can also get gifted a sub if you're lucky, if you got that Irish luck. That's right, here's the 1 minute ad break now. When you taught them well and truly persecuted, what are the sneers and jeers that you loudly let us hear? Yeah. Joe Brandon passed the IRA too, the Inflation Reduction Act. But also, Joe Brandon always working with the Republicans. Which Republicans? Not the ones in American Congress, but the Republicans in Ireland. Two by two, like the Zulus, they had spears above arrows. All right. Don't you think Biden now is an underrated record compared to every other modern president? IRA, Afghanistan, and now debt relief. Yeah, he's doing all right. He's doing all right. IRA is all right. The fucking debt relief is good. Better Afghanistan pullout was really good.
Better bitches, better money, my clothes better, my shoes better. I work harder. Fuck Little Caesars. Fuck Domino's. Better ingredients, better pizza, better bitches, better money, my clothes better, my shoes better.
Dark Brandon taking over after a random Wednesday in August. What do you think pushed Biden to do this? Elections, midterms, his horrifyingly low approval rating. You laying this comparable to Brandon canceling debt? Wait, what? You laying this is comparable to Brandon canceling debt? I don't know why Don Jr. thinks we need peanut butter to suck the dick for student debt relief. Yeah. Anyway, did you cover the Gen Z first senator to be elected was endorsed by Bernie Sanders? No. Jared doesn't think he can die. Wait, what? Another fucking account that has blocked me.
I think that from the last year, the one thing I've tried to put a priority on since I left the White House was, getting some exercise in. I think that there's a good probability that my generation is, hopefully with the advances in science, either the first generation to live forever or the last generation that's going to die. And so we need to keep ourselves in.
Wait, what? Motherfucker does not think that this generation is going to live forever, does he?
Pretty good shape. And then the other thing I like, friend.
He's so fucking weird, dude. Dark Brandon also protecting the gamers, truly oppressed class. What? Sony is raising the price of the PlayStation 5 games console across all major markets outside of the US. They're not raising the prices in the US because they're afraid of the power of Dark Brandon. True. Unlike the PS3 and 360, manufacturing costs of the PS5 and Xbox Series X are not likely to go down much at all. Look, I'm gonna keep it a $150 with you. It doesn't matter if they raise the price of the PlayStation 5 or don't raise it at all, or they make it $1 million. You're not getting it, okay? You're not. You're just not. Like, where? Where do they even sell it? And even if they did sell it and you bought one, what are you gonna do with it? I have one. It has collected dust since it came out. I played like 3 games on it, and like 2 of them were furry baby games. You know what I'm saying? It's just fucking bullshit, dude. It looks good. It looks like an oversized, Spectrum router. And it has just as much utility as a Spectrum router, which is nothing. Yeah, I will play God of War, of course. got a bunch of Best Buy right now. Once again, proving the point that all Hasanabi heads work at Best Buy. I swear to fucking God. I've talked about this before. Every time I walk into a Best Buy, 3 of you motherfuckers show up like in your blue shirts like, oh, what are you doing here? Buying electronics, motherfucker. What do people do at Best Buy? Every time I walk into a Best Buy, there's a Hasanabi head that works there. Every time. Without fail. You yell at them? No, of course not. Do you plan on watching Tucker Carlson's Andrew Tate interview? Yes, I do. Yes, I do plan on watching it. It's just really funny because, like, every time I walk into a Best Buy, one of you dudes roll up to me and go, oh my God, what are you doing here? Every single time you ask, what am I doing here? What do people do at Best Buy, man? You know? I'm doing what every other person that walked through those doors is doing, buying some shit that I couldn't get on Amazon because I needed it immediately, okay? Yeah, I'm here to steal. One guy equals everyone? No, this has happened. This has happened in every Best Buy that I've been to, including one in like fucking Palm Desert. Like I'll literally, no matter where I go in the United States of America, if it might be Austin, Texas, it might be Palm Springs. If I walk into a Best Buy, I know there's going to be a Hasanabi head in there working. And they're going to be shocked that I'm at their fucking random local ass Best Buy. I would be afraid that you finally came to fuck my mother. No, I never watched the Andrew Tate blast off message because why do you go to Best Buy often? I don't know. Maybe because I'm a fucking online content creator, which requires me to get electronics regularly, especially when I'm away from home and I'm doing IRL streams, electronics that I need to get immediately and I can't prime ship and therefore will have to purchase immediately at Best Buy. Anyway. Micro Center over Best Buy. Move near Micro Center, you weeb. I mean, I don't really care. Like, it's not like I have a brand affinity or loyalty towards Best Buy or anything. Jamie Foxx's Trump impression is lit. Dude, I saw this. It is it's too good. It's mind-bogglingly good. Dude, it's God, he is so talented. Holy shit. Here, watch this while I go pee.
People on both sides. Lots of great people on both sides. There's a lot of great people on both sides. Lots of great people on both sides. I know Harry O. He's a great person. He couldn't vote for me at the time. Now he can vote for me once he gets out. I love Snoop D.O. Double G. Great person.
So do you love Death Row Records?
I love
People
Death
on both
Row.
sides.
I love Death. Excuse me. Fake news. I love Death Row.
What's your favorite Death Row record, Mr. Trump?
All of them. All of the Death Row records. Don't try to pin me down. I see what he just... Excuse me.
Fake news.
Excuse me.
Fake news.
Fake news.
Look out for
They tried to give me the virus. I beat the virus. Why you say they tried to? They tried to give me the virus. Like, who is they? And the motherfucker said, "I beat the virus." They were like, "Fuck yeah, he beat it." Motherfucking Trump, boy. There's a lot of great people on both sides. Lots of great people on both sides. I know Harry O. He's a great person. He couldn't vote for me at the time. Now he can vote for me once he gets out. I love Snoop D.O. Double G. Great person.
So do you love Death Row Records?
I love
People on
Death
both
Row.
sides.
I love Death. Excuse me. Fake news. I love Death Row.
He hits the excuse me, fake news. He does it so good. It sounds like Austin based his Trump impression on Jamie's. No, he sounds a lot like Austin's impression. He sounds a lot like Jack Manifold's impression because, like, it's a good one. What? In other news, Shabibo is pissed. Literally shaking right now. Podcast movement is threatening my right to exist. This is erasure. Wait, what? Hi, folks. We owe you an apology before sessions kick off for the day. Yesterday afternoon, Ben Shapiro briefly visited the PM22 Expo area near the Daily Wire booth. Though he was not registered or expected, we take full responsibility for the harm done by his presence. Wait, what? Okay, what harm could your 5-3 presence have done? Lamont also streamed Fear and Pod. There you go. Juice it, boys. Juice it, boys. Juice it. Güzeli güzel yapan edeptir. Edepli olmayanın sonu Hasan abimin yarrağını yemektir. Saygılar abi, seviyorum seni, adamsın. Eyvallah kardeş. The ratio era is back. Yeah, what do you don't like it, dude? You don't like the ratio era? I'm on my ratio era again, okay? Gas it, juice it. Our ear literally bleed when he talks. He does harm. I would, but my Twitter got clapped today. Why do you have to bring height into it? To be humorous. Ben Shapiro might not see you say he's 5'3", but my 5'3" ass will. Like, okay. Okay, sure. Except Ben Shapiro will definitely hear it as well. So, hey, listen, if that hurt your feelings, think about how much it'll hurt Ben Shapiro's feelings as well. And then you will remember, it's okay. I'm surprised he hasn't blocked you yet. You own him on Twitter all the time. I'm glad that he doesn't. I do appreciate that. I do respect that a little bit. I'm glad my cop dad retired before you could get him. What, with my... Suck him off, your hero cop dad? Anyway... Your stream title is has a typo. It's supposed to be Affidavit with a T, not a D. Shut up, nerd. Shut the fuck up, nerd. Anyone who's spent any time in this community knows I ride for my short kings, okay? But manlets, not allowed. There's a difference between short kings and manlets, and it's attitude. You're short, and you don't let that ruin your entire life, and you're fucking confident, and you're a king, and you're a short king. I know plenty of short kings. I've even had them on the podcast. I have a lot of short friends. I can use the word. It's my word to use as well. And I know some manlets. A lot of them are Republican conservative commentators. You're appropriating short culture? Yes, I am. What about skinny motherfuckers? They still kings? Bro, what do you mean? I wish I was a skinny motherfucker every day of my life, so. Okay. All right. Jamie Foxx does an incredible Trump impersonation. Bro, we've lost our sauce, dude. We used to be able to fucking ratio dudes with like 4K, 5K, 10K fucking we used to be able to ratio them in like 2 minutes. Now we can't even ratio after fucking 5. I think a lot of the short kings have gotten upset that I did this. Stop reaching into our culture. All right, whatever. You juice it too much? Okay, anyway, you've been saying that for the last 2 years. No, you're perfect just the way you are, for real. Horny for you every day, babe. Okay, thanks. You are complaining into Twitter? What? California making moves CNN doesn't like. Los Angeles voters will decide on a proposal in 2024 on whether hotels will have to offer vacant rooms to homeless people. Dude, I love that. Oh my God, I love that. I love that. That's actually fire. Wait, what? How did this happen? Is this like an accident? How the fuck did this actually happen? It's not even a good idea. It's been an idea for a very long time. Yeah, more like W-fornia, dude. Let's go. All right, let's take a look.
Los Angeles County, more than 60,000 people are homeless.
Is that Tony or Sullivan? Will it honestly pass, though? Probably not, because real estate developers hate that, and the hospitality industry hates that. They'll cry foul and say that it will... They'll cry foul and say that it lowers their, it lowers their prices. They'll try to artificially keep hotels fully booked. Oh my God. Felix just sent me a text message. Okay, breaking news. Okay. Breaking motherfucking news. Friend of the show, sexy gentleman, the conservative movement's sexiest gentleman, Tom Fitton this dick in your mom's mouth, apparently was giving legal advice to Donald Trump, which is partially the reason why Donald Trump refused to turn over the classified documents. Oh my God, this is the greatest thing that could have happened. Hold on one second. We're going there right now. Breaking news, folks. Literally fresh off the press. Fresh off the press. CNN reports that Trump began taking legal advice from Tom Fitton of right-wing activist group Judicial Watch. Oh my God.
Brand new CNN reporting. Despite Donald Trump's public claims that he's been cooperating with the National Archives, he's been increasingly listening to outside legal advice to do the exact opposite. And now Trump allies are becoming increasingly concerned about a potential indictment. CNN's Kristen Holmes and Gabby Orr are part of the team breaking this new reporting. Gabby, tell us about this legal advice Trump's getting about cooperating with the archives.
Well, Jake, we know some of the folks who have been helping Trump navigate these matters for the past couple of months. You know, Christina Bobb, Jim Trusty, Evan Corcoran. Those are familiar names. But what we now know is that Trump began taking advice from Tom Fitton, who is the head of a conservative legal activism group, Judicial Watch, earlier this year.
For those of you who don't know, classic. I mean, Tom Fitton is a classic man, okay? I mean, this is a big W for friends and lovers of Tom Fitton, all of your moms in general. This is incredible. This is incredible news. I love it.
Shortly after he returned those 15 boxes to the National Archives in January. And what Fitton was telling Trump behind the scenes is really interesting, because he was essentially saying, in his belief, Trump had full authority over the documents that he brought from the White House to Mar-a-Lago at the end of his presidency, that he never should have returned documents to archives in the first place, and that if the archives came knocking again, that he shouldn't turn over any more documents. Now, we know that Trump didn't always listen to Tom Fitton, because in June, during that meeting with federal investigators, his attorneys did turn over additional documents. But this is, it really speaks to sort of the behind-the-scenes advice that he was getting from people outside of his legal team.
And Kristen, it's not just Trump allies, we should know, worried about a possible indictment. Sources say Donald Trump himself is even posing questions about it to his inner circle about whether or not he's going to get indicted.
That's right. So we knew he had been grilling his attorneys on whether or not they believed he would be indicted, at times even expressing skepticism that that would ever happen. But we've since learned that these conversations have expanded to members of his inner circle, asking what do they believe the end game is going to be? Do they believe he's going to be indicted? And many of these sources are telling us they think it's because he is actually concerned. Now, one of them noted to me that while, of course, Donald Trump has been in legal peril before, even when he was president, this time did feel different and potentially more dangerous, particularly given that he doesn't have that same legal protection he had in the executive office.
And Gabby, part of the effort to get the documents back.
I love like right-wingers that have almost always had like a pretty favorable experience with the criminal justice system. Routinely just forget that like you need to have competent lawyers to be able to get away from shit like this. So they just go after people like Tom Fitton or Rudy Giuliani and get legal advice from some of the biggest fucking losers. Or in the case of Alex Jones, for example, he literally hired like a state attorney. You know what I mean? Like that guy doesn't have to be a good lawyer, man. He's already working with the court. It's home turf. Every time he's ever prosecuted someone, it's been done on the home turf. He's got home turf advantage. You need like defense attorneys. You know what I mean? Sharks. So if you go after like fucking dumbass grifters, then you're fucked.
Included using FedEx to deliver letters from brand new CNN.
Well, you're a fucking moron. Literally cannot hear things you don't want to hear from people. You hit up Tom fucking Fitton. Yeah. No defense attorney would touch it. Are you kidding me, dude? Lawyers are scumbags. There are like probably 1,000 ambulance chasers that would do a better job than like any random fucking famous Republican legal advisor. Are you crazy? Do you not know what fucking lawyers do, man? Are you out of your mind?
With all these leaks.
This is the guy. Like, if your guy's hitting the gym instead of hitting the books, dude, you're fucked.
So we got the warrant, but there's this underlying affidavit and some other materials. And the underlying affidavit's important because typically, I'll warn you, I'm not a criminal lawyer. I'm not a lawyer. But I've seen enough of this material to tell you, I'm pretty sure I know what I'm talking about, that the affidavit is the material given by the FBI, written, usually it's an FBI agent who signs it, detailing what essentially they're investigating and why they think there's probable cause that crimes were committed. And that's where all the details are. What was the fundamental basis for this raid? And as I'm suggesting, it's all based on lies and dishonesty. And I'm sure the affidavit, and it will eventually be released largely fully, I think, will disclose that. Now, of course, the FBI's position, the Justice Department's position, and the court ordered the Justice Department and the FBI to respond to Judicial Watch's demands that this material be unsealed. It was filed under seal, which means it's not public. And so Judicial Watch filed its brief immediately, and then these media organizations came in following our lead, also asking for the material. So the government had to respond to us. That's the great thing about America still. I mean, I know I'm yelling about all of this, but there's still this due process. There's still this process of law that allows little old Judicial Watch to go in there and hold the Justice Department and the FBI, or attempt to hold them accountable under the law for this unprecedented raid on former President Trump. And I'm honored that we're able to do this, and I'm gratified to be in a country that still allows us to do this. And the court, I'm not all that thrilled. The court approved the warrant, but he did move quickly here. And he said the government needs to respond, and they had to respond by earlier this week, and then he quickly held a hearing. Now, the government's response was, we shouldn't have to release anything because it's a criminal case, and it might hurt our criminal case. Well,
yeah, it's bullshit.
That's not the rule of law.
Yeah.
We don't want to release.
No, that's literally that is the rule of law. Like, no, that's quite literally the rule of law. The only reason why this is different is because it's the president, ex-president. No, that's actually how the rule, like, that's how the rule of law works, as a matter of fact. Like, in 99.9% of circumstances, especially when there's an ongoing investigation, there's no world in which the federal government's like, oh, here, let's fucking reveal literally our current ongoing investigation in the midst of an ongoing investigation just because the other side asked for it. No, that's not how that works. And as a matter of fact, the only reason why the magistrate judge allowed the release of this affidavit was because of the incredible circumstances behind raiding the home of a former president. And that's why this really crazy affidavit reveal happened.
And we're the Justice Department, and that's the end of the discussion. Of course, that's not what the court is supposed to do. And the court rejected that in response to Judicial Watch and the media requests. This is what we said. It seems like the Biden Justice Department is telling the court what to do. Respectfully, the court should make its own independent assessment of the compelling public interest in transparency about this abusive raid. The criminal investigation the Biden administration is covering up reeks of corruption and dishonesty and is based on a reinvention of law about presidential records that is at odds with the U.S. Constitution, court rulings, federal statutes, and prior government legal positions and practice. No administration should be able to raid the home of a former president and putative presidential candidate.
Wait, what? Why not? Why not? Like, what the fuck does that mean? What kind of precedent is that? Yeah, you can do murders as the president. You know what I mean? But if you're the former president, even after you're no longer president, we can't do that. Like, they ran the gamut on this when Trump was president, right? Part of the reason why Trump wanted to get reelected was so that he could continue doing whatever the fuck he wanted to without any sort of legal scrutiny, right? So we could say like, oh, the powers of the executive, they're awesome. You can't touch me, yada, yada, yada. Like, they think that you should have immunity forever. Like, there should be a protective barrier over you from any kind of legal circumstance. You can carry all the legal documents you want. You can hold on to classified information if you want. You can even like literally just go and run over someone with a car, and no investigation can ever be conducted into that because you're the ex-president.
Based on secret reasons. Well, that's actually what I said. That's not what our lawyers said. Let me see what our lawyer.
He's so bad, dude. He's so bad. He is literally like a dumb jock. Okay? If this is the best Trump has, they are so cooked. I'm going to keep it real. Oh, Jesus Christ. He's not the lawyer. I know. But he's giving legal advice to Donald Trump. So who cares? Donald Trump apparently held the classified information, according to CNN, that we just showed you. He held on to the classified information by listening to Tom Fitton's legal advice. Looks like someone tried to draw John Travolta from memory. Yeah, he somehow looks like more fucked up than John Travolta in the way that John Travolta currently looks. Dude, the dude is the artesian build of lawyers, holy balls. Dude didn't even change out his golf clothes before the press conference. That's the only thing he wears. I don't know if you know this, but Tom Fitton usually doesn't wear sleeves, okay? It's a rare and unique circumstance if you see this man wearing sleeves. Look, he's got it and he's flaunting it. I don't have a problem with that. He's sexy. There's one case, there's one type of slander against Tom Fitton that I'm not going to stand for, and that's like saying he's not hot, because he is fucking hot.
Lawyers said. The public interest in the contents of the affidavit cannot be understated. The secrecy surrounding the search warrant and the affidavit that led to its issuance has caused the nation to convulse with intrigue and harmful speculation that will only increase the longer the truth is kept from the public. The heat must be replaced with light, and soon. Maintaining the seal, meaning keeping the records under seal, will only fuel more speculation, uncertainty, leaks, and political intrigue, and it will also serve to undermine public confidence in the fair administration of justice and equal protection.
It is always funny, though, seeing like all the people in Trump's legal counsel are just like television lawyers. Like, they are significantly more invested in their own brand and being on television or being in front of a camera than like actually doing the legal work necessary. And there is a lot of legal work necessary in this situation because Donald Trump, much like Alex Jones, thinks he is impossible to take down. So will routinely do things that go completely against legal counsel and will ruin any potential legal maneuver that their counsel might be trying to do. So they're kind of ungovernable in that way. So it's just like it's a perfectly chaotic situation where on the one hand, your client is ungovernable, okay? On the other hand, you yourself are not exactly interested in like doing a great job other than just how much more media presence you'll have in the aftermath of this, because he just doesn't pay them either. He's the classic rich guy who doesn't fucking pay their lawyers, doesn't pay their contractors. So there's that part too. So it's just awesome. It's held together exclusively by a Republican Party that has a pretty dominant media infrastructure that is doing everything they can post-mortem, I guess, post hoc, tying everything that he's doing together like he actually intended to do it. And he did it. He did it for 4 years. He operated like this for 4 years. But now that he doesn't have power, now that he's no longer in office, he kind of can't do that as well.
Protection of the law. Concerning the gravity of this unprecedented action by the government, at a minimum, the court should review the affidavit line by line to determine what information may be disclosed and what information may be redacted to balance the competing concerns at issue. And the court agreed with us, and that's exactly what he told the government at a hearing he ordered earlier this week. It was on Thursday of this week in West Palm Beach. Judicial Watch lawyers were there. Our local counsel, Jim Moon, was responding, made argument for us. The big lawyers, big league lawyers for the New York Times, etc., they made arguments. And of course, the Justice Department came in and they tried to make arguments. And the court rejected outright the Justice Department's theory that they should be able to redact everything, because he said, I've looked at this and I've decided, and I'm inclined to agree, that there's certain materials here that can be released. So we won. Now, are we going to get anything released? That remains to be seen, because there's always the right of appeal, practically speaking. But the court ordered the Justice Department to file something, presumably that releases some material, and the court will look at it, and if he disagrees with them, he will call them in and have a secret meeting, what there's called an ex parte discussion with them about the redactions, and who knows where it will go from there. So as soon as next week, who knows, maybe the government will file something the court immediately likes, and we get a new version of the affidavit, or a version of the affidavit that has more information. Or maybe the fight just goes on for months and months and months, which of course is what the Justice Department wants, right? It's about destroying Trump. It's about causing political heartburn for their political opponents. And this has been the case with prior Justice Department, FBI.
I'm not kidding when I say I think YouTube lawyers will do a better job than this guy. Television lawyers are more comfortable than YouTube lawyers. In order to be a good lawyer, you have to be a fucking scumbag, low-life, vulture, parasite, shark, right? And television lawyers are more comfortable than YouTube lawyers. Like, YouTube lawyers still need to fucking test their mettle. You know what I mean? They still want to earn it. TikTok lawyers are the best for that reason. You do a murder, your TikTok lawyer is getting you out of that murder, okay? He looks like a gym teacher that got lost, entered a law classroom, and is just winging it. Bro, he has no law degree.
Smears and attacks on Trump. They come out with all these leaks and innuendo suggesting that he did something terrible, and none of it pans out. It's what happened.
Trump would have been better off going to LegalZoom, man.
With Russia, and I guarantee it's what's happening here. Just as with Russia, there was no good faith basis to go after him and spy on him. And as I've explained to you quite deliberately here and specifically, there was no good faith basis to target him here.
Yeah, you really nailed it. Yeah, it turns out his advice is partially the reason why Trump kept some of the classified documents. So that's pretty fire. Love that. Big fan of that, personally. Thank you. Before we get to the student debt forgiveness, let's take a look at the affidavit release because there's going to be some more information on that. Does anyone have any news stories that they've seen so far? Because this just dropped. This happened just now. Let me see if I can find it. Because today was the last day for the Trump affidavit. It's going to come out tomorrow or today. The DOJ is to provide legal memorandum explaining the redactions for the FBI affidavit. Obviously, that release was going to have a fuck ton of redacted parts in it because it's an ongoing active investigation. So clearly, when there's an ongoing and active investigation, obviously, when you unseal when you unseal an affidavit, it's going to have a lot of information in there, like who you're working with, what angles they're covering. Most of that is going to be redacted.
Department submitting proposed redactions today for the affidavit used to justify the search of former President Trump's Florida estate. The department is also providing a legal memorandum explaining why they think that information should be kept from public view. A judge is then considering those redactions and weighing whether to make any of the affidavit public. ABC News investigative reporter Catherine Falders is in Washington with more on this. Catherine, how soon could we see a ruling on this, and what's the likelihood that the DOJ appeals this decision if it's not a full sealing of the affidavit?
So there's a lot of unknowns here. Look, I think it's unlikely that we will see a ruling on this from the judge today. Look, I think it's going to be this weeks-long process. But what's likely to happen and what will happen and what's happening now is that DOJ will submit these redactions. The judge says he will then review them. He could call this private conference where they discuss them. He could himself, the judge said last week, submit his.
I saw Ben Shapiro saying the PPP loan wasn't his. That's some real estate agent in LA. What website is that? And can you tell if Daily Wire got a PPP loan? Sorry, we looked. We looked long and hard with the hive mind of this community, and we could not find if Ben Shapiro's umbrella company that owns, like Bentkey, that owns Daily Wire, actually got a PPP loan or not. We couldn't find it. They might have, but I think they hid it too well, even if they did. But yes, I already mentioned on the day that it came out that it wasn't actually the Ben Shapiro, the real Ben Shapiro. I talked about it.
His own redactions and then maybe compare notes in a way. So a ruling on this is not imminent. It's something that could come in the coming weeks. But look, whatever the judge decides, DOJ could ultimately and probably will appeal it if the judge does choose to release portions of it that DOJ may take issue with.
Now, the DOJ has said in these court arguments that in order to protect the interest of national security, the interest of the investigation, et cetera, that so much of this document would have to be redacted that it'll end up being meaningless.
Talk about a short straw having the same name as Ben Shapiro. My friend, have you never been around like, I don't know, have you never been in a community where there's a lot of Jewish people? Like, Ben Shapiro is an incredibly common name, dude. What the fuck? Benjamin Shapiro is a very common name. It's like being surprised that there's a lot of dudes named Hassan in Istanbul. You know what I mean?
Has there been any more information on why that is, on why they don't see anything in this affidavit that should be made public?
Well, DOJ has said that they think not only could it impact cooperating witnesses now, but potential witnesses who they could be negotiating with or who may come forward to talk more about Trump's handling of documents. The other thing that was interesting here, too, and the argument that DOJ made was that releasing it could also impact future investigations or ongoing investigations that seem to be separate from this one, but maybe have similar witnesses. It could also reveal that type of information. DOJ said in court that even if they did.
As a Jew, I'm really uncomfortable with you keeping tabs on our names. Yeah. I got. Why only 33K? You fell off, bro. Dude, I know. I'm done. I'm washed.
Redact witness names, that if they heavily redacted
It's over,
a
bro.
lot of this, that the portions of it, that there could be some portions where only a specific witness would know the information, so it would still be revealing. So this is their argument for keeping it entirely sealed, Diane.
And this is a case that was brought by media organizations, including ABC News. Trump has spoken publicly about wanting the affidavit public, but his lawyers haven't gone to court about that. They did, however, go to the Justice Department to ask that, go to the courts, rather, to ask that the Justice Department be forced to stop going through those materials that they seized from Mar-A-Lago and that a special master be appointed to review those materials instead. So what's the status of that request?
So Trump's lawyers filed this in a completely different court, and the judge, who was appointed by Trump, was a little confused by this. She was asking why they filed it in this particular venue, what justification she has, or what the lawyers are really even asking her to do. So she set a deadline, this judge, Judge Cannon, for tomorrow, for Friday, so Trump's lawyers can submit revisions and essentially answer her questions here. But that is in a separate court that they filed it in. She asked the lawyers why Trump's team didn't intervene in this case, in the case that we're talking about with the media. Another thing that Trump's team will also have to answer for as well. So we will see that. We're expected to see that tomorrow, Diane.
So tomorrow the affidavit's going to come out, or at least, like, unless they file an appeal and try to stop it. But